Hello, every pony, and welcome to Inside Critical's Cranium, where we discuss aspects of the show, its characters, and the fandom as a whole. You may have seen my inner fanboy in my One Bad Apple review. He is obsessed with
Scootaloo! She's not just best Billy, she's best pony ever! Her adorableness knows no bounds!
yeah, that. Hey, inner fanboy Critical, welcome to the video.
You're not kicking me out this time?
Well, the topic of this Inside Critical's Cranium is about why you love Scootaloo so much, so I figured you could stick around and help me on this one.
Oh my gosh! I get to talk about Scootaloo? Well, let's see. Scootaloo is the best and greatest, most adorable...
But you have to take it down a few notches and be professional. Can I count on you to do that?
Sure.
When you look at Scootaloo's character, she's probably among those that have had the least development on the show. 5 seasons in and we hardly know anything about her backstory. We don't know who her parents are. We don't know if she always lived in Ponyville or if she moved there from elsewhere. We don't know if her parents are alive, dead, or just out of the picture. We don't know if she had or continues to have friends outside of the CMC. She's also probably had the least screen time out of the CMC and is often the most underappreciated among them by fans. This is understandable, however. We've seen Apple Bloom struggle with finding her cutie mark, and we've seen Sweetie Belle have conflicts with her sister. Both of these have even occurred multiple times in the show. Scootaloo didn't get her own episode until Season 3, and that episode was Sleepless in Ponyville. That episode, even though it showed a personal struggle for Scoots to overcome just like all of the other individually focused CMC episodes have been for their respective characters, really felt lackluster compared to some of the other episodes that focus on a single member of the CMC. Perhaps the reason for this was that the entire story for that episode focused solely on one of Scootaloo's worst character traits, her obsession with Rainbow Dash. After this episode initially aired, I felt like Scootaloo's only reason to exist was to idolize Rainbow Dash to provide a kind of subtle irony about Rainbow Dash idolizing the Wonderbolts. During this time, Apple Bloom was my favorite of the CMC, and I didn't care too much about Scootaloo.
You didn't like Scootaloo? Blasphemy!
It's true. However, that all changed in Season 4 with a few tweets from writer Megan McCarthy. Lauren Faust had previously debunked a rumor that Scootaloo was disabled, but when Megan McCarthy was asked if there was an episode about disabilities coming up in Season 4, she confirmed that there was. These tweets, combined with the synopsis that had been already revealed for the upcoming episode Flight to the Finish, added up for many fans to be proof that Scootaloo was in fact disabled. Although I did start to appreciate Scoots more after this, she still wasn't my favorite. She became my favorite after I first saw Flight to the Finish and watched as she both struggled with her physical limitations and was bullied by Diamond Tiara and Silver Spoon for those limitations.
Yeah, it was sad. Not only because it was such a low blow from Diamond and Silver to Scootaloo's self-esteem, but because I could relate more to Scootaloo than any other CMC. Granted, I'm not in any way disabled, but I too have struggled with physical limitations and also gotten bullied for them. You see, I'm very short for my age. I'm 21, but I look 15. This is because both of my parents are short. I'm a little over 5 feet tall in real life. My dad is maybe an inch or two taller than me, and I actually tower several inches over my mom. Being short has caused many problems for me. Due to my short stature, girls wouldn't give me the time of day as most girls wanted to be with a tall, strapping man. I wasn't any of these things. I would see men in the media who were tall and happy, and it made me feel insecure about my height, since I never saw any short men who were happy. I was also a very easy target for bullies since I was physically weaker and smaller than most guys my age. I would often get pushed around and mocked for my height, called names like midget. I still notice that I get treated differently than my peers in public just because I'm short. Everyone expects me to handle myself like a child because my height makes me look younger than what I actually am. My opinions and beliefs get dismissed by many people because they think that I'm just young and don't know what I'm talking about. Others think they can walk all over me because I'm physically unable to stand up to them. That's why when I saw Scootaloo in this episode hating herself for her body and also being further put down by bullies, I felt her pain inside.
Indeed, but there was one other thing about Scootaloo that also made me gravitate towards her as a character. Yes, she was hurting after being bullied for her physical limitations, but she also didn't let that pain stop her. She pushed herself to overcome those physical obstacles. She refused to give in to her disability and let it control her life. This was truly inspiring to me. I never could do anything about my actual height, but I admired Scootaloo's determination to push past her boundaries that her body had imposed upon her. Scoots isn't just who I am. She's also who I want to be. I wish that my obstacle was one that I could overcome and that I had the same drive that Scoots had in this episode to fight against it. I wish I had the strength to prove that my height doesn't define my character and I can work just as hard as anyone else. In light of this, do I think Scoot should ever fly in her real, waking, unaltered world? Absolutely. Just because she may overcome her disability and actually fly doesn't mean that her struggles are suddenly null and void. I continue to root for Scootaloo to beat her disability since I could never beat mine. I want her to have a future that I cannot. And that is why I'm obsessed with Scootaloo. Thanks for helping me with this Inside Critical's Cranium, inner fanboy.
Anything for the adorable Scootaloo.
So, what do you all think? Who is your favorite character and why do you connect with them? Let me know in the comments below, and as always, I am Critical Thought and I will see you all in my next video. Also, quick note, I just started my new college semester and I'm actually going to school full time, so I apologize if this episode was a bit short. I may not be able to crank out videos for this channel as fast as I used to either, but nevertheless, I will still be making videos. If you're wondering whether or not I'm going to review the new episode, Canterlot Boutique, the answer is yes, but not right now. In fact, I'm not going to be reviewing any of Season 5's episodes until I finish reviewing Seasons 3 and 4 first. It's very likely that by the time I get to Season 5 in my timeline of reviews, the season will be over and I can cover it in its entirety. After Season 5, I'll go back and review Seasons 1 and 2, as well as the Equestria Girls films. However, at whatever point Season 6 begins, I will review those episodes as they air no matter where I am in my timeline of reviews. That's all for now. Never stop thinking critically.